Now, I know I'm late to the show, but LeBron's got exposed for taking PEDs. Now, I don't know if these rumors are true or not. I wouldn't be surprised if they're true, because what 40-year-old has been performing as good as him? But we're going to be looking at a video by the man Scap, and this will look into a deep dive of LeBron's steroid allegations.
Well, LeBron James has built virtually his entire legacy on this perceived notion that we have never seen anyone playing at this high of a level at this stage of a career.
That one right there made me the greatest player of all time.
As he sets to enter his 23rd NBA season, a year in which he will turn 41 years old in December of. And it has been through this astronomical amount of games he has played and the unparalleled durability he has experienced, which has allowed James to amass a near insurmountable level of counting statistics, as he has now widened his points gap over number 2 on that all-time list, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, by nearly 4,000 points and counting. And since,
which is impressive and all, but do all those points lead to winning? That's my question though. It don't matter about the 4,000 point gap. Yeah, impressive. You scoring, you doing your thing, but is it winning you anything? That's the question.
despite playing nearly 10 more full seasons than Michael Jordan and still coming up laughably short of his career resume bullet points, the totality of any semblance of a GOAT case LeBron does have to offer has been constructed totally on the merit of his longevity and bulk counting stats that he has accumulated along the way. But with more and more mounting steroid commentary swirling around James, could the shoddy house of cards in which his entire legacy has been constructed be threatened now more than ever? A conversation which was reignited about a week ago now, when the most recent and fairly high-profile former player has come out and leveled pretty substantial steroid allegations at the longevity king. That, of course, when Jeff Teague dropped some bombshell comments in LeBron's direction during a live stream for his Club 520 podcast.
He was on steroids, bro. He had to sit out. He was on steroids for real.
And while Teague
he had to sit out, he was on steroids for real. Hey man, hey bro, I know the LeBron James, the Lil Diddy lawyers is on his case. They banging his door. They on that. They on him right away. You know they try to protect LeBron, bro. They not. Look, if this guy gets caught for taking steroids, yo, oh my God, yo. His legacy is forever tarnished, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, the LeBron haters is gonna rejoice, bro. They're gonna rejoice. They're rejoicing. They're gonna make a pledge of allegiance and have LeBron crying at the flag. I'm gonna see that outside, bro. I know y'all gonna be raising y'all LeBron's receding hairline flag. Y'all gonna be hooray! Y'all gonna be on, bro.
Tried to walk those comments back in the days that would follow and insist he was just joking.
He said he's joking. Nah. The lawyers was getting to him. That's what it was. They probably paid him. That's why they probably paid him to say, yo, shut your ass up. That's what they probably did.
It was pretty evident Teague was not joking when he made the initial accusations during that live stream.
Y'all remember that though?
No.
Well, they was like, he got everybody, they started testing for HGH, and they was like, yo, and he had to sit out. Like, he said his back was hurt, and he sat out for like 3 weeks, and he came back skinny. This is just, I was in the league, I remember.
Of course, it was just about a year ago now that Kevin Garnett made similar commentary.
His dad on that balcony, he on that new juice that sliding like he used to.
And perhaps the most damning bit of these clips
isn't
that Teague and Garnett are alleging LeBron has used or still is using PEDs. It's in how matter of fact they are in making these statements in the first place, as if it's virtually common knowledge amongst people around the league. They, of course, though, are not the first to make these kinds of assertions about how LeBron has achieved his historic level of longevity. As former MMA fighter and admitted doper himself, Chael Sonnen was perhaps the first and most high-profile figure to come out publicly and accuse LeBron of not only using performance enhancers, but he went into great detail with it.
I mean, what do you think this guy spends millions of dollars on his body for? I mean, he's not only training, but like, you gotta realize, I bet you it is a lot to like maintain that physique and body. And to be honest, at 40 years old, what 40-year-old is playing like how he is? What the fuck? Like, you gotta imagine, bruh. If 40-year-old Michael Jordan was playing like, bro, if I was seeing Jordan play like how the 40 was playing, I would think, bro, this guy taking drugs too. But what, like, what the hell? But I know Jordan was playing good, but you could tell he was slower. LeBron, I mean, you could tell he's slower, but like, how the hell is he moving like this at 40? Like, I don't know no 40-year-old moving like the way he is. So, bro, I know for damn so. If he's definitely spending millions on them damn drugs. And I bet you the league trying to hide something. I ain't saying it's true. I'm just saying what could possibly might be. But hey, bro, I'm just saying.
The world understood what LeBron did. We have the same drug guy, if you will. I know exactly what he's doing. EPO matters. It's the reason LeBron takes it. It's
he got the same drug guy, so he know too. See, they all on board.
The king of performance enhancers.
And Sonnen has doubled down on these assertions multiple times over multiple years. Of course, as with Teague's allegations, most credible intel points to LeBron James beginning his journey with performance enhancers back sometime during his stint with the Heat after he took his talents to South Beach during the summer of 2010.
And this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
LeBron's tenure in Miami lasted from the 2011 season through 2014. Notable because it overlaps with the famed Biogenesis scandal, a health clinic that operated in Coral Gables, Florida, which is a city in Miami-Dade County. It was founded by Anthony Bosch and was first registered in state corporation records in March of 2012. And on January 22, 2013, the Miami New Times obtained documents from former Biogenesis employee Porter Fisher, which it said linked 3 players, Melky Cabrera, Bartolo Colon, and Yasmani Grandal, stating they had tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs in 2012 with the clinic. Additionally, the paper implicated several other star Major League Baseball players at the time, including Alex Rodriguez, Ryan Braun, and Nelson Cruz. And nearly a decade after that scandal blew up the sports world, 1,400 pages worth of unredacted federal investigative documents pertaining to that case and the 21-month investigation, which was dubbed Operation Strikeout by the DEA, was released in 2000.
Damn, so, 2020. If this, so, MLB players was taking this shit too. LeBron was taking this shit I thought maybe LeBron was possibly taking this shit on his tenure from the Lakers. But Miami? If he was taking it all the way back then, yeah, you know he's manufactured as hell. Manufactured with all them PEDs and shit. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know that.
2023. And in those documents, there were concrete ties implicating several people in LeBron's inner circle as clients of the clinic and beyond. Citing intel from the documents that at the height of the federal investigation in May 2013, a DEA surveillance detail captured Ernest Randy Mims and David Alexander meeting with a known target of the investigation, Carlos Acevedo, who was a former business partner of Anthony Bosch and was eventually convicted for his role with Biogenesis. Ernest Mims, meanwhile, is a well-known and key member of LeBron's inner circle dating back decades now, and has been described as a manager of LeBron James while holding several business roles for him, as well as a
So that's a smart way to do it. Like, you have somebody else around your team to be able to get you the performance enhancement drugs. And I wonder how much these PEDs go for. You gotta think though, if LaForty doing this and he taking drugs, right? Imagine how many other players was taking PEDs. Maybe he probably not the only one taking PEDs. If you want me to be honest, bro, there might be other people around the league that's taking PEDs. If this is the case, who really knows? All in
official paid positions with both the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Los Angeles Lakers. And there is surveillance footage of Mims and David Alexander both meeting together with Carlos Acevedo during 2013. What? David Alexander, meanwhile, was LeBron's and LeBron's wife's personal trainer while he was playing for the Miami Heat. Oh, also, state incorporation documents show that Savannah James and David Alexander also co-owned a cold-pressed juice and smoothie business together around that same time. Acevedo eventually served a little more than a year after pleading guilty as part of a deal with the feds for his work serving as a confidential informant for them, confirming to investigators that Alexander was supplied performance-enhancing substances, including, quote, peptides, testosterone, and HCG, used to help the body increase the production of natural testosterone. Now, as the timeline pertains to the NBA, in 2011, ESPN The Magazine did an interview with that year's league MVP Derrick Rose, and he was asked about the use of performance enhancers in the NBA at that time. While he did issue a retraction through a team spokesperson, the initial question was, if 1 equals what are PEDs and 10 equals, quote, everybody's juicing, how big of an issue is illegal enhancing in your sport?
Probably
to
8.
Which Rose responded, 7. It's huge. And I
was close too. I just took a guess. But shit. Yeah, especially if it was new back then, everybody was juicing. They was spamming the method. They found the PED method. They said, shit. And Savannah, bruh, LeBron wife, part of the juicing operation too? Man, what? Man, she getting that free, bro. LeBron getting that free juice, bro. He getting that free juice, bro. He getting that shit off the counter, bro. Not even off the counter, bro. He getting that shit, he getting that shit sent home. What? Man, he was juicing, gang. He was juicing.
I think we need to level the playing field where nobody has that advantage over the next person. Of course, Rose's MVP that season broke up back-to-back by LeBron in 2009 and 2010, and then 2 more in 2012 and 13. A 5-year span in which LeBron won all 4 of his league MVPs. The first of which, again, came at the age of 24 in the 2009 season. A season in which he had to have a benign mass removed from his jaw following the season. Again, though, nothing ever confirmed, but the area in which the tumor was removed is susceptible, generally speaking, to growths when someone is using PEDs due to all of the hormonal glands in that area. Look, probably that is just nothing but a whole lot of coincidences, such as the time LeBron just vanished for 2 weeks during the 2014-15 season, his first back in Cleveland following his tenure in South Beach. LeBron seemed to be slumping, if not outright declining, in the middle of that season. Thus, on December 30th, 2014, he decided to take a bizarre 2-week leave of absence from the Cavaliers organization to return to, well, Miami, of course.
Oh, man. This ain't looking good, Lil PED. This not looking good, bro. Yo, Miami got everything, bruh. Like, hair chair, BB, like, bro, everything just made in Miami, bro, I guess. Shit, the home of the drugs, ain't it? Shit.
Cavs at the time were only 18-13 and in 5th place in the Eastern Conference. And in those final 8 games before LeBron's leave of absence, James was averaging just 24 points per game, 4.8 rebounds, and 7.8 assists on 48% shooting from the field. And in the middle of an active NBA season, LeBron took a 2-week excused absence from the team, and upon his return, he was averaging 30.5 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, and 6.5 assists on 51% shooting.
I don't know, bro. This might not be like, yeah, you take a 2-week break, you were injured, and you come back better? I mean, well, it was an excused absence, he said. Excused absence. But you come back better? Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know how I feel about that.
And LeBron's resurgence following the trip to Miami would result in the Cavs going from the 5 seed to the 2 by season's end and returning to the NBA Finals following a 12-2 playoff run in the East bracket that year. Oh, and a teammate of LeBron's on that Cleveland team who would play with LeBron for his entire 4-year second tenure with the Cavs was Tristan Thompson, who he ended up being suspended 25 games in 2024 for testing positive for banned substances. And as Thompson recently told Mark J. Spears in an interview, quote, "Me and Bron's connection go way bigger than basketball. I've known him since I was 17. So I've always had crazy respect for him. There's a brotherhood that's deep." Just more interesting coincidences here, I'm sure.
Right.
Just like on February 26, 2023, when LeBron tore a tendon in his right foot during a game against the Dallas Mavericks. And at the time, various reports indicated that the injury could potentially be season-ending, with 2 different doctors reportedly recommending season-ending surgery. Yet, miraculously, LeBron would return earlier from the injury than any of the doctors anticipated, missing only 13 games total because, according to LeBron himself, he was healing faster than any of the doctors had ever seen.
When did you?
Yeah, bro, hell nah. See, that's that shit. What the hell did he say on that one interview, bro? He went to the Lafitte of doctors or something. I don't remember, bro. He said some bullshit, bro. He went to the LeBron doctor. Bro probably went to that special LeBron, or Shannon Sharp was probably pouring honey on that tendon. That's what bro Kyle was doing that, huh? That honey done healed up your shit real good, huh?
You get a sense of you would have a plan to get you back faster than what the normal.
When the doctors told me I was healing faster than anybody I've seen before with the injury.
And now here we are into LeBron's pending 23rd season, one that he is allegedly coming off of a grade 2 MCL sprain in that 4th quarter of their elimination game against the Minnesota Timberwolves during a collision with Dante DiVincenzo. According to LeBron, he couldn't even get out of bed the next morning, and that's when the doctors ordered an immediate MRI. But less than a month after the alleged injury, the 40-year-old was seen showing off his moves in
Nigga shaking his hips like, yo, this dude, bro. Like, nah, this guy's caught 4K, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I think that injury, though, I don't think he was being truthful about that injury. That one, I think he just lied. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he took a PED for that one. I think he just completely just lied. Cause, bro, didn't after that, is that the last game of the series? Or, no, I don't think that was the last game. No, I don't remember. But if that was the last game of the series, hey, fine. I feel like if there was another game, he would have played it, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I feel like he was faking that injury.
Social media post obtained by 16th Sports. Just more unprecedented healing by a guy with historical wear, tear, and degradation on his body. So while there is
like he
nothing,
found a new wife
nor
or
has
something.
there ever been, anything definitive to connect James to a specific failed drug test, there is an overwhelming amount of circumstantial evidence supporting the fact that LeBron has been using something. Though despite all of the conversations and allegations leveled against him, perhaps the most damning bit of evidence of all is the fact he has never answered any of it. Not officially, legally, or even off of the record. The king narcissist, who has to comment on everything, either through his IG posts, official media sessions, or on his Mind the Game podcast, has never addressed any of these allegations. A guy who just days ago, through his legal team, sent out multiple cease and desists to various Instagram handles using AI to depict LeBron in compromising scenarios, including as being pregnant. Full weight of the legal team on that, but never anything directed towards the multitude of public figures calling him an outright cheater on their fairly sizable platforms. No strongly worded denials. Nothing. Something just feels off here.
Yeah, it does feel off. Like, I don't know, man. Like, all this juice getting to him, bro. I don't know. Some do feel off though. Like, this is definitely the lowest LeBron has like been of low in like I think ever. Honestly, I was gonna say in a long time, but ever. What do you guys feel about the LeBron James steroids allegation? Do you guys feel like he's really taking PEDs, or you don't think the guy's taking the shit at all? Let me know in the comments below.